There's a revolution happening right now, and you might not even realize it. It's called Industry 4.0, and it is quietly changing everything, from the way a factory works to the very cars sitting in your driveway. And this isn't just some small upgrade, it's a total transformation of our world.
But to really get a grip on where we're headed, we first have to understand the problem we're trying to solve. So let me ask you this. What's the actual cost when a factory just goes silent without any warning? Well, the answer? It's catastrophic. We're talking millions of dollars in lost revenue, critical deadlines completely blown, and this awful chain reaction of failure that just ripples through the entire supply chain. And that, right there, was the world of Industry 3.0. Sure, we had computers, we had automation, but our systems were basically flying blind. The machines did their jobs, but they couldn't talk to us. They couldn't give you a heads up that a crucial part was about to snap. They were automated, yeah, but they weren't smart.
So how do we even get to this point? This evolution wasn't just another small step. Industry 4.0 is a revolutionary leap, taking us from isolated machines to these incredible, interconnected, and intelligent systems. Let's do a quick history lesson, right? The first revolution, that was all about steam and water power. The second brought us electricity and the assembly line, mass production. The third, that's when we got computers and basic automation. And now, number 4, is all about data and being connected. It's about linking the physical world and the digital world with stuff like the Internet of Things, AI, and cloud computing.
And that brings us to one of the coolest, most powerful things about Industry 4.0, the fact that our machines can now predict their own failures. This whole idea is the heart of what we call predictive maintenance.
So the big question has always been, how do you fix a problem that you can't even see coming? For decades, we've really only had 2 answers, and honestly, both of them are pretty flawed. Okay, so check this out. This table really breaks down the old way versus the new way. First, you've got the reactive approach. Pretty simple, right? You just wait for it to break. The problem? Total chaos and crazy high costs. Then there's the preventive way, which is a bit better. You service things on a set schedule. But you end up wasting money fixing parts that are perfectly fine, or even worse, you miss a failure that happens right between your scheduled checkups. And then there's predictive. This is the game changer. It uses real-time data from sensors to actually forecast when a failure will happen so you can schedule service exactly when it's needed.
And the results? They're absolutely staggering. Studies from the Department of Energy show that this approach can lead to up to 75% fewer breakdowns, 45% less downtime, and get this, it can make the equipment last up to 30% longer. It completely flips maintenance from being just a cost into a real strategic advantage.
And to put a real number on this, just imagine a high-throughput machine in a diagnostic lab. If that machine goes down for just 2 days, 48 hours, it can cost that lab $100,000. That's the price of being blind.
And that is exactly why companies are scrambling to get on board. The typical return on investment for these systems is 10 times. Think about that. For every single dollar you invest, you can expect to get $10 back. That's huge. It comes from fewer emergencies, less wasted material, and just running way more efficiently.
But hey, this whole revolution, it's not just stuck inside some factory. It's probably already in your driveway. Just think about your car for a second.
It's not just a bunch of metal and gears anymore. Your car today is a super sophisticated, connected computer on wheels. It's a perfect, everyday example of an industrial IoT device. All that means is it's a physical thing packed with sensors and hooked up to the internet.
Your car has literally hundreds of sensors that are always collecting data. How fast you're going, your engine RPM, the pressure on your brakes, your exact GPS location, you name it. That is a massive amount of data being created every single second. So here's the really big idea, the fundamental shift in what a car is. It has gone from being just a tool to get you from point A to point B to being a data platform. And all that data makes incredible new services possible. From analyzing how you drive for insurance discounts to sending you a text that says, hey, your battery is probably going to die next week. It's predictive maintenance for all of us.
Okay, so with all this amazing tech, it naturally leads us to the most important piece of the puzzle. Us, the people. What in the world does this smart revolution mean for our jobs?
It's the question on everyone's mind, right? If the machines are getting so smart, so connected, so autonomous, what happens to the people who used to run them? This is honestly one of the most critical questions of our time.
Well, the World Economic Forum has a pretty eye-opening number for us. By 2025, that's half of all employees around the world will need to be re-skilled. The speed at which this tech is being adopted is creating a massive skills gap, and we all have to adapt.
And this chart, it shows you exactly what's happening. If you look back at 2015, one of the top skills was managing people. Fast forward to 2025, and the #1 skill is analytical thinking and innovation. We're moving away from just managing processes and moving toward interpreting all this data and coming up with creative new solutions.
So let's wrap this up. What's the big takeaway here? After diving into this super connected world, where's all this technology actually taking us?
You see, the goal isn't just about automation anymore. That's old news. Now it's all about creating this seamless, collaborative environment where humans and smart machines work side by side, each playing to their own unique strengths. And that really leaves us with one final huge question. As we all step into this new era, where we're not just using machines, but truly partnering with them and solving problems and creating new things, what are we going to build together?